Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top stories, let's take a look outside our weather window. And boy, what a wake-up call this morning. 8 to 16 inches of snow all over north central Washington. Boy, that caused some broken limbs out there and lots of stuck vehicles this morning. Still the remnants of that snowstorm as we look down at the Wenatchee Valley from our cross camera up on Wenatchee Heights. Make it for a beautiful shot from this afternoon. And the good news is I don't see a lot of snow in our forecast. We're going to slowly warm up to about 47 with sunshine on Friday. A few showers Saturday. Nice for Easter Sunday. And boy, the first part of next week looks very wet, especially Wednesday. The good news is temperatures will stay primarily in the mid-50s. We'll have much more weather for you coming up a little bit later on. Now, a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. The gunman who opened fire on a moving vehicle on a residential Wenatchee street 2 years ago will serve just over 8 years in prison. The man who shot and killed a 22-year-old Wenatchee woman as part of a 2001 crime spree was resentenced yesterday. And the Washington State Board of Health voted unanimously yesterday not to require students in the state to be vaccinated against COVID-19. But first, our top story tonight. Douglas County Planning Commissioners struggled last night with whether to okay Canyon Ridge Townhomes. That's a 290-unit apartment complex proposed for the 5th and Lyle Streets near East Wenatchee. After a 3-hour public hearing brought out dozens of people, many of them opposing the project, commissioners finally voted 4-2 to recommend the project developed by Wilkinson Corporation of Yakima for approval by the full county board. That was after one proposal to reduce the project to 242 dwelling units failed on a 3-3 tie.
The traffic and safety impacts of the local minor dead-end streets is significant. According to the Wilkinson SEPA report, this is their environmental report, this project will generate 2,123 daily trips, according to their report, and they'll be entering and leaving from our local streets, minor collector streets.
Right across the street from this projected complex is a 55 and older home, which is where I live. Believe it or not, I'm over 55. This is an active community. We almost all of us are very involved in community projects, in volunteer work. So there's a lot of traffic that we create coming and going on a daily basis. In my opinion and my background experience, this project is spot zoning in spite of what is being called. And I really would suggest that the rezone be denied at this time with a lot of further work.
Are we ready for a vote? Those in favor of the motion on the floor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Let's do a poll. David?
I can't get behind that.
No. No? Tanya? Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Molly?
Yes.
And I'll say yes, so that's 4-2 vote. We have a 4-2 vote to pass it on to the commissioner with the recommendation of approval.
The gunman who opened fire on a moving vehicle on a residential Wenatchee street 2 years ago will serve just over 8 years in prison. 21-year-old Alexander Lopez of Yakima was sentenced Wednesday afternoon after pleading guilty to first-degree assault back in October. Lopez told police he fired from his own vehicle in July of 2020 using a .223 caliber rifle because he feared occupants of another car were reaching for a weapon to attack him. He fired several shots as his vehicle traveled near Douglas and Idaho streets. One passenger was wounded. Prosecutors had sought a 10-year sentence, but Judge Travis Brandt imposed 100 months instead. Lopez has no prior felony record. Well, the man who shot and killed a 22-year-old Wenatchee woman as part of a 2001 crime spree was resentenced yesterday. Michael Raymond Garrett was originally sentenced to 5 life terms in prison plus 41 years for crimes including the murder of Chrissy Clemens, who was working at Liberty Video in Wenatchee when Garrett robbed the store and killed her with a stolen handgun. He will now serve a single life term plus almost 35 additional years. The resentencing Wednesday in Chelan County Superior Court came about because of changes in state law, which removed the felony status and mandatory life terms for some of Garrett's past crimes. Well, the Washington State Board of Health voted unanimously yesterday not to require students in the state to be vaccinated against COVID-19. The board adopted the recommendation of its technical advisory group, which voted 7-6 in February to recommend that the COVID vaccine not be included in required shots for children or for childcare and school entry. Washington currently requires vaccinations for 11 other transmissible diseases before a child can attend school, including polio, hepatitis B, measles, mumps, and chickenpox. Comments from the public were mostly in opposition to that requirement. Well, when we come back, among many issues this week spring snowstorms have brought is heightened avalanche concern on the east slopes of the Cascades. President Joe Biden yesterday nominated Eastern Washington District Judge Salvador Mendoza Jr. to serve on the influential Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. Thanks to the unseasonably snowy and cold weather this week, the paving of School Street north of Wenatchee has been delayed until Monday. The 2022 Kashmir Founders Days Royal Court was announced yesterday. And 44 new Washington State Patrol troopers will soon be on patrol, including 5 on north central Washington highways. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
Traditional values and innovation in honoring the life of each family we serve is part of the ministry of Heritage Memorial Chapel. Our staff is committed to walk with your family with compassion through this time of grief. We are here to help and here to serve, the right kind of help when you need it most. Heritage Memorial Chapel.
Spring is more than just a time to clean. It's your time to renew, recharge, and spend time with the people you love. At Merry Maids, our cleaning services go beyond the basic services and provide you with a comprehensive clean that will re-energize your home and enhance your life. From everyday routine cleaning or deep cleanings, Merry Maids professional team members can provide you with an unrivaled experience. Call Merry Maids to schedule your cleaning today.
Welcome back. In another news, among many issues this week's spring snowstorms have brought is heightened avalanche concerns on the east slopes of the Cascades. The Northwest Avalanche Center said there was more than a foot of new snow in some areas overnight, with more coming down, creating dangerous conditions. The Avalanche Center said existing loose avalanche areas may become larger and be easily triggered in steep terrain and on slopes that receive sunshine. Anyone venturing into the Cascades is advised to use extreme caution and check with the Northwest Avalanche Center before heading out. Well, President Joe Biden yesterday nominated Eastern Washington District Judge Salvador Mendoza Jr. to serve on the influential Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. The federal judge has served in the Tri-Cities since he was appointed by Barack Obama in 2014. If approved by the U.S. Senate, Mendoza would be the first Hispanic judge from Washington State to serve on the Ninth Circuit. It's the largest federal appeals court in the country and based in San Francisco. Should Mendoza join the appellate circuit, his replacement in the Eastern District of Washington would also have to be named by the president. Well, thanks to the unseasonably snowy and cold weather this week, the paving of School Street north of Wenatchee has been delayed until Monday. Chelan County Public Works said the paving, part of the Knowles Road Improvement Project, was to have been done today and the road reopened shortly after. But the road will now be closed from Easy Street to Knowles Road through the weekend. The improvement project is expected to move to Knowles Road next week. The 2022 Kashmir Founders Days Royal Court was announced yesterday. Serving as queen will be Lauren Kurt, a Kashmir High School senior who will be studying education next fall at Grand Canyon University in Phoenix, Arizona. The two princesses are Leslie Vehar Garcia and Jocelyn Lucero, also Kashmir High seniors. The court will serve as Kashmir ambassadors at various festivals and parades throughout the year, including Kashmir's Founder Days coming up on June 24th and 25th. 44 new Washington State Patrol troopers will be soon be on patrol, including 5 on north central Washington highways. The troopers graduated basic training in a ceremony Wednesday in Olympia and received their final duty assignments. 2 troopers, Robert G. Austin Jr. and Ryan A. Michael, will join State Patrol District 6 in Wenatchee. Maxwell A. Poof, who won 2 academic awards as a graduating cadet, will be based in Okanagan. And Yasin Anwar and Angel Farias Ramos will patrol the roads from Moses Lake. Cadets must complete more than 1,400 hours of training to join the force. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
The best pizza in the known universe is right here in downtown Chelan, so come on up. For the best locally crafted beer and barbecue in Chelan, come on up.
For the best down-home scratch country cooking in north central Washington, you'll find it in Manson. Come on up.
Come on up. Come on up.
Come on up.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Time now for our weekly Pause for Pets feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Tonight we're introduced to Beyonce the dog.
Hi, I'm Jenny. I'm the volunteer coordinator here at Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. And today I have with me about 7-year-old Beyonce. I have to say that she is probably one of the most overlooked dogs we have here in our shelter. She is so lovely, so sweet. She goes to playgroup with a lot of dogs. She's a real gentle player, so she's fine around them. She doesn't always engage with them just because she's pretty gentle. She is easy to walk on leash. She knows her basic commands. She is just overall such an easy gal. She did get the name Beyonce here in the kennel, or here at the shelter, just because when she first came to us, she would bark to get our attention. People are her thing. She absolutely loves people, As soon as she's out, as you can see, she's just so happy to be with people. She'd be great to have that dog that went in the car with you, went on trips, went hiking. She's really up for anything. And again, I just feel like she's probably the most high overlooked dog we have here in the shelter. So come here, Beyonce, come on. I would say, come on. She is ready to go home today. And I promise, okay, it's morning and she's showing her her funny side too. Can you sit? I promise that she is just overall a great dog. And if you give Beyonce a chance and meet her, you'll fall in love with her also.
The Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is located at 1474 South Wenatchee Avenue and is open 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. and closed 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. for quiet hour. Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a fantastic Thursday, and boy, did we get some weather. Caught us all by surprise. We were right in the target zone. We had some cold air over us last night, and some moist, warmer air moved up from the south, and boy, the combination of the two, a very snowy Thursday. I had about 12 inches of snow in my yard in East Wenatchee this morning. Who would have thought on April 14th you're going to have to go outside and shovel snow, but a lot of us did that today, but it made for a nice picture out across the Wenatchee Valley today. But boy, it just didn't get that warm. 39 our unofficial high temperature today. 61 is now our normal. How about 83? That was our record set back in 1988. 30 is where we started the day, so we didn't warm up all that much. That's 10 degrees below where we should be for lows this time of year at 40. And our record, we almost did it again. We set a low record yesterday and 1 degree off today. 31, our record in 1982. How about this precip total? This is from both snowstorms that we've picked up this week. A little over 0.8 of an inch of moisture. That now gets us to 2.58 inches for the year and getting us much healthier as far as precipitation and moisture goes. Sunrise 6:14 this morning, and the sun sets tonight at 7:49. Let's take a peek at those all-important Friday temperatures. We will finally begin to slowly warm up tomorrow. A little bit more sunshine too, into the low 50s for Moses Lake and Ephrata at 51 degrees, 49 in Quincy, 47 in Wenatchee and Entiat, a cool 40 degrees in Lake Wenatchee, and Omak, a nice day for you folks tomorrow with a high temperature right around 50 degrees. Let's take a look at this surface loop now. Partly cloudy skies tonight. Area of low pressure right here will affect us as we move through the weekend and into early next week. Low temperatures tonight on the cold side, mid to upper 20s, so that will make for some slippery roads tomorrow morning as you make that commute. Mostly sunny then for our day on Friday. It will be dry and warmer with high temperatures generally in the upper 40s. For Saturday, just a weak area of low pressure will move through, and that could bring some wraparound showers our way on Saturday. Only about a 30% chance of rain with highs again in the upper 40s. And on Easter Sunday, it looks nice, and won't it be nice? Mostly sunny and warmer. Yeah, we're actually going to get back into the 50s with highs around 52 degrees or so for Easter. And then kicking off our next work week, things are going to get wet once again. Cloudy, not so much rain during the day, but here's our frontal boundary. This is in the morning, but as we make our way through the day into the evening, yeah, we're going to see that rain. So it will be likely Monday night with highs again in the low 50s. For Tuesday, a double shot of low pressure and one area of storminess moving away. A 40% chance of rain on Tuesday with highs a little bit warmer into the mid 50s. And then Wednesday, look out. Rain is likely throughout the day as that low pressure system kicks
into gear. This is Wednesday night. We may even see moderately heavy rain on Wednesday, but temperature-wise, although still below normal, not too bad into the mid-50s. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast now. Cold one tonight, 25. Remember, be careful on that commute tomorrow morning. 47 and some sun for Friday. That'll be nice. Rain showers on Saturday and 48, but boy, your Easter Sunday looks nice. Mostly sunny and warmer and 53. More rain likely. That'll be late in the day and into the evening hours Monday. 54 your high on Tuesday with the 40% chance of rain. And then our best shot for the wet stuff will be on Wednesday. Cloudy skies and rain likely with a high temperature then of 55 degrees. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
What is home? A place to gather, a place to grow, provide shelter for the ones we love, eat, drink, restore, build trust. It's a place to rest when the workday is done, a place to find quiet after a night of good fun. What an honor we have at Guild to help own, finance, create, pave the way to live in home.
Don't just open your pool this summer. Open it with a new Instant Frog system from Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa. With Frog, you'll enjoy fresh mineral water in your pool that's cleaner, clearer, and softer than standard water treatments. Ask for Instant Frog for in-ground pools up to 25,000 gallons. Make your pool opening appointment with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa today. Call or schedule online.
It has really been a great partnership between Succession and NCWLIFE. It's not always easy to sit in front of a camera or a microphone, but you guys have made it a really nice process.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellingson here from Live It Up. Join us every week as we answer your questions on health, wealth, and relationships.
We're all about you creating a life that you love, so tune in to Live It Up.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Thursday to you. Morning snow showers in East Wenatchee caused considerable damage to the backstops at the fourplex at Eastmont Community Park. Here you see it. The wet, heavy snow gathered on the netting that hangs between the backstops to protect fans from foul balls and created too much weight for the backstop poles to bear. We spoke with Eastmont's Metro Parks personnel who said they've contacted Eastmont Youth Baseball and other user groups to tell them parks closed until further notice. They said it will be next week before they can get contractors out to estimate the damage, but that several of the main poles holding the backstops were bent under the strain. We've also reached out to Eastmont Youth Baseball to see what their plans are moving forward. Well, winter-like conditions in north central Washington have forced the cancellation of plans for the season opening race at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval this weekend. We were expecting to broadcast it here. This was to be the kickoff of the 52nd season of racing at the quarter-mile track on Fancher Heights. Track manager Jeremy Anders says he had to consider a lot of factors on whether to hold the race Saturday, including fuel prices for traveling race teams.
We have lots of racers who are traveling in across the mountains, whatever, towing race cars there. We have sponsors who are traveling from out of state, other racers and support members for crew members traveling from out of state. I mean, there's a lot of things at risk. Fuel prices are really high. So, if you have a race and drivers drive in and you cancel the race on Saturday, they eat that cost. And with the way fuel prices are, that was one of the things the forecast for precipitation on Saturday was not that good. I mean, and the last couple of mornings, it was like waking up, it's going to be a 30% chance, 40% chance, and you wake up with snow. It's like, okay, with those 40% chance, 50% chance, it's saying for Saturday, it makes you feel even worse about it. So it was going to be cold, miserable. It was unfortunately an event that we had huge aspirations for. And like I said, 70-degree weather the last 3 years in opening weekend, same weekends, not the same this weekend here. So unfortunately, we're going to have to postpone or kind of cancel this weekend's events for the season opener.
Anders says they'll move classes of races that were scheduled for this weekend to other dates, including fireworks. You can find out more about the discussion on our Wake Up Wenatchee Valley page on the website at ncwlife.com. The Windy City certainly lived up to its name today. Mariners topped the White Sox in Chicago. Seattle had trouble with the wind, allowing a run with a ball whirling around in the breeze. Thankfully, Jared Kelenic, Cal Raleigh, and Mitch Haniger all went deep.
Here comes Jared Kelenic, 2 outs in man aboard. Kelenic with a charge down the line, and this bangs off the pole for a home run.
High in the sky, this could be fun. Let's see, Mariners all over the place. 2. Popped up again. All right, Gilbert. And the catcher, Raleigh, can't make the play. Adams on his way to second. We told you it was going to be wild and woolly. We'll do it again. It's good offense, right? Let's see. Everybody's on the case. And eventually Crawford puts it on the deck.
Cal, high fly. Will it
That's
carry
going.
out? Will it carry it? Yes, it will carry out. Cal Raleigh's first of the season. Drilled out to left field. This is socked deep and gone. Mitch Haniger wasted no time.
Seattle opens the home part of their season tomorrow at T-Mobile Park against the Houston Astros. Marco Gonzalez will face Jake Odorizzi, 6:42. That's 6:42, the time start on Root Sports Northwest. Well, the Seattle Sounders will play for the CONCACAF Championship for the first time in team history after stopping New York City in the semifinals last night. Raul Diaz scored the 21st minute to give Seattle a 4-1 lead in the aggregate over the Citizens. New York City was able to tie the game, but the Sounders advanced to face Puma.
Nuhu serving Rui Diaz. The good interchange allows Nuhu unencumbered service, and Rui Diaz plants this wide of Sean Johnson. Seattle 4-1 aggregate lead. Around the outside, kept alive. Castellanos dummies. There's one for New York City. Allowed through, Tylus Magno turns, excellent fry. Elastic save, in behind, flag is down, Castellanos crossing, what a save fry! The Champions League final will be contested in Seattle.
Seattle will play Puma in the 2-game CONCACAF Championship April 25th and May 2nd. Well, here's a look at what's on the calendar for today and what happened yesterday. We'll start it off in soccer. Brewster Blank Liberty Bell in Prep Boys soccer yesterday, 6-0 today. It's supposed to be Tenasket at Okanagan, Liberty Bell hosting Bridgeport, Grandview playing at Ephrata, and Quincy hosting Kashmir, Pateras visiting Manson. I think all those games will happen. Soccer doesn't matter so much whether it's snow or rain or whatever. Scheduled baseball games today have Ephrata hosting West Valley of Spokane, Kashmir hosting Quincy, Brewster visiting Chelan, Omak traveling to Lake Roosevelt, and Pateras hosting Manson. Now, excuse me, softball action yesterday. Waterville Mansfield swept a doubleheader from Quincy, 18-8 and 13-10. Now today, Eastmont and Freda have been canceled. They actually got some more damage at Eastmont's Sterling complex. The batting cage netting all sank with the snow. Omak is hosting Brewster while Tenasket travels to Liberty Bell. It's strange. We got snow here in the Wenatchee Valley, up the valley, but you go to the north and they didn't get any at all. So it all depends on the rattle of the snake, I guess. Huh? What? That's Look at Sports News. I'm Eric Grantstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. On Friday's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, these lovely 2 young ladies joining me, Callie and Corey from the Women's Service League of North Central Washington. What's on the table Friday?
Prom dress giveaway, touch a truck.
Grants, scholarships, we're giving away money.
Great gals. Fridays, Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Don't miss it with Corey and Callie. Oh, and me too. On Friday's edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Dan and friends. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
NCWLIFE really does a great job of exposing our brand. It's a little scary at first, right? You're just throwing money out there hoping it comes back. And to see those results come back through and see people walk through the door and say, hey, saw your TV advertisement. Those are the kinds of things that you see the return on. And when you look at the cost spent, you know you're making a return on it. There's a huge market here and market potential, and they are a great avenue for that.